Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin J. Mack, Exit 160 Entertainment. And for today's episode of the Daily Grind, we are going to apply some ink and color to a piece of line art using Clip Studio Paint. Stay tuned. All right, so this is what we're going to be working off of. And I kind of went overboard because I got bored last night when I was drawing this, and I probably went over this thing two or three times before I just stopped. But I could have easily started inking this thing way back when. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. We're going to take this character right here, and his name is Sonar, and we are going to ink this bad boy and then apply some color. One of the first things that I like to do, once again, is I'm going to hit my layer, and you're going to see everything is going to dim out for my change layer color. Boom. All right. Just easier on the eyes. All right. I'm going to lower the opacity to about 40%. Okay. Under my pen tools, I'm going to use the G pen. It's going to be my pen of choice. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and we are going to start inking this. But before you do that, we want to make sure that we're going to lock this layer. Okay, we're going to lock it. All right, and then we're going to create a new layer. Okay. Now we're here, and notice that, make sure that my color is black. So now when we start drawing, there we go. Everything is all good. Okay guys, so as we get into the initial line work, we want to try to stay as loose as possible. Don't get fixated on any particular area on the canvas. For this, I'm going to be utilizing majority of the time the G pen, which is pretty much my favorite tool to be using in Clip Studio Paint. I know that sometimes when you are watching or seeing other digital artists creating or refining their line work, and there's always a curiosity as to what is the tool that they're using, and then they may tell you that there's this special brush. I'm here to tell you that there are no special brushes. Whenever you start working in Clip Studio Paint, a number of the default tools that they have on hand are good enough. So I would tell you that as you are getting better within the software, within the program, continue to use the default settings, and as you get better and better with the tools, then you can start modifying those tools to suit your particular style of how you do art. So don't go chasing after these special brush packets until you get a good handle on the tools that are readily available for you. All right, so we're going to continue to put a little more detail inside of the face. Again, just want to make sure that we get all the lines in. We'll go back and further refine the lines as we prep for colors. All right, Sonar starting to come along. All right. As a general reminder, you can find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, IG, and Twitter at Exit 160 Entertainment. And definitely, if you have any questions in terms of the process of prepping your drawing for ink and color, definitely drop a comment below. So as we start to work on the hair, this is definitely a great opportunity for you to be as crazy and wild with the pen as you want. Definitely want to make sure that you have the dreadlock look. But if you are interested in seeing a hair tutorial, please drop a comment down below. so I put the last few shades in. We're about to go ahead and start coloring this bad boy. I want to make sure that my layers are good to go. Relabel them so I know exactly what I'm working off of. I'm going to lower the opacity to about 30%, and I'm going to use my magic wand tool to create a selection of the actual image. And I like to start by just creating a neutral color. I'm going to turn that layer and use the multiply. Simple background. All right, just to make the image just stand off the page. Initially, we've been looking at a white canvas for most of the drawing. All right, so if you're not familiar with the layer clipping, because I created that base silhouette, everything that I color moving forward will stay within those boundaries. And I'm using my favorite tool, which is the Lasso Fill tool. This is probably one of the most important tools I feel that is within the Clip Studio tool set. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to basically break down each and every section of the drawing. So the skin tones will be one color, the chest plate will be a color, the legs will be a color, the boots will be a different color, and I'm going to make sure that each one of these are on its own layer. And that just gives me a little bit more flexibility in terms of controlling the colors moving forward. Definitely takes a little time, but I promise you that it's going to be a major time saver in the end. Also, at this point, don't be overly concerned about the colors that you're using right now, because again, you have the ability to modify those using your hue saturation tool as you are doing your color scheme. Okay, so at this point, we're just putting down the initial flats. We're just getting color blocked into the image. As you can see, this is just a prime example of how powerful the Lasso Fill tool is. How you're able to just block in colors at will. So make sure that you become highly efficient with the Lasso Fill tool. Now what I'm doing now is I am going to create a simple light source for the image. And this is just going to make the image pop that much more for the final render. Again, the hue saturation, this is the reason why you have all of your layers on a different color, because, on a different layer, because you're able to control the colors that much more. more importantly, just have fun when you're applying your color. A lot of times, a lot of things are discovered by accident. I like to call it discovery learning because you test, you test, you test, and after you test more, you find you stumble across things. A lot of the most um, sought out artists in the world have just stumbled across a technique. So this is your opportunity to do the same.
Fly away, fly away, fly away with me. It's time to fly away, fly away. His blood set me free. It's time to fly away, fly away.
All right, we are at a good stopping point. Let's take a look at the before and after shot. All right, I think we are good to go. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Until next time, be sure to like, subscribe, and join the Exit 160 movement. Peace.